Good morning all. My name is Venkat Ramanaya from Kendriya Vidyalaya Koraput, Bhubaneswar region. Welcome to class 10th mathematics. The first chapter is real numbers. Today we are going to learn about Euclid's division lemma. Before going to learn about Euclid's division lemma, first we will discuss about normal division. In your childhood means already you know division in 3rd standard, 4th standard you learn division. Forget about the class 10th. See, if you observe here, you are dividing 17 by 3. Means you know already this is in your childhood 3 5s are 15, and if you take remainder you are getting 2. Means very important thing is, you know, this is divisor, this is dividend, and this is quotient, and this is remainder. And here to discuss about Euclid's division lemma, the first important we have to know the relation between divisor and remainder. Now if you observe this small division, can it be 3? Can the remainder be 3? No. Why? Because here we are dividing this number by 3, so it never be 3 and more than 3. It will be, maybe it may be 0, it may be 1, or it may be 2, but it will not be 3. Means the relation is the remainder is always less than the divisor. Now coming to the topic, the same division rule we can write it as 17 as 3 into 5 plus 2. That is only written here. 17 is equal to 3 into 5 plus 2. The same thing if you write it as alphabetical. Now you can write it A is equal to BQ plus R. Here B means here 3. What is 3 here? Divisor. And here remainder. Remainder is how much? 2. Now here very important thing is, here 2 is always less than this divisor. Means if you are coming here very important in Euclid's division lemma, the R value must be always less than B value. This is only very important for this topic. A equal to BQ plus R, where R value is always less than B. R may be 0, R may be 1, R may be 2, up to B value, but it should not be B. That is only we will learn here. For given positive integers A and B, there exist unique integers Q and R satisfying that A equal to BQ plus R. A equal to BQ plus R, where 0 less than or equal to R less than B. Here R may be equal to 0, but R strictly less than B. Now next one is Euclid's division algorithm. Here division lemma, but here division algorithm. Here for some students are getting confusion between division lemma and division algorithm. Here division lemma, what is lemma means? A lemma is a proven statement. A lemma is a proven statement using for proving another statement. Already it is proved statement. We will use in some other statements to prove. But what is algorithm? You know already in computers, an algorithm is a series of well-defined steps which gives a procedure for solving a type of problem. Means here if you are repeating the same thing by a series of steps, then it will be called as algorithm. So next one, here by using Euclid's division algorithm we can find HCF of any two numbers. For example, here they gave find HCF of 420 and 130 by using Euclid's division algorithm. You know already Euclid's division lemma A equal to BQ plus R. Before solving this question, first we should know these two, 420 and 130. Which one is greater in these two? 420 is greater than 130. So immediately first we have to write it as 420 is equal to 130 into something. That is here. Means 420 is equal to 133 is 390 plus 30. Here very important thing is relation between B and R. Here remainder is 30. This is in the form of Euclid division lemma, A equal to BQ plus R. Here B value is 130 and R value is 30. So immediately the next step, the very next step will be the relation. See 130 and 30. Again we have to repeat the steps here. 130 is equal to 30 into 4 times 3 fours 120 plus 10. Here how to write here, that is very important. Means you have to take B value and you have to take R value. So 130 is equal to 30 into something. Here look here, 130 equal to 30 into 4 plus 10. Again here the remainder is 10. In this step the divisor is 30. Again next step we have to take it as 30 is equal to 10 into something. Look here, if you observe here, 30 is equal to 10 into 3 plus 0. Here remainder becomes 0. So immediately the HCF will be 10. But here some students are getting confusion. After getting the remainder 0, they will confuse what to take HCF out of this. Here if you observe from the starting onwards, we are taking the relation between divisor and remainder. See 130 and 30. Again here 130 30. In this step 30 and 10. So here also came 30 and 10. Next step should be 10 and 0. But already here we got 0. So automatically the HCF of 420 and 130 is 10. I hope it is clear. Next, by using Euclid's division lemma in exercise 1.1, some questions are there. We will discuss those questions. This question is, show that any positive odd integer, please read carefully, show that any positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1 or 6q plus 3 or 6q plus 5, where q is some integer. Means we have to prove that odd integer, take any odd integer. For example, suppose take it as 15. 15, how you can write 15? 6 into 2, 12 plus 3, means it is in the form of 6q plus 3. Suppose if you take 21, 6 3 is 18 plus 3. Suppose take 25, 6 4 is 24 plus 1. But we have to prove by using Euclid's division lemma. First of all, you know already Euclid's division means A equal to BQ plus R, means it is 6q plus 1. Now here B value you have to take it as 6. Now A equal to 6q plus R, means based on the question only we have to take the B value. Here A equal to BQ plus R, but B value is 6. For this question it is given already. We have to prove 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3, 6q plus 5. So we have taken B value as 6. A equal to 6q plus R. Here 0. But very important thing is the relation between 6 and R. Here R is always less than 6. So 0 less than or equal to 6 and less than 6, means the R value is 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, means there will be 6 conditions: 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Suppose first condition, if A equal to 6q plus 0 or A equal to 6q plus 1, 6q plus 2 up to 6q plus 5. But out of this we have to show that 6q plus 1 and 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5 are odd integers and remaining all even integers. We know already 6q means we can write it as 2 into 3q. That is nothing but 2 into anything, that is by even number. Say here, if you observe here, A equal to 6q, A equal to 6q plus 2, A equal to 6q plus 4 are even values of A. Why? Because 6q can be written as 2 into 3q, means 2 into m. It is nothing but even number. So 6q is an even number. So for even number, if you add 2, that will be also an even number. We can write it as like this. Same thing, 6q plus 2, take 2 common from these two values. So 2 into 3q plus 1, 2 into something m2. So this is also even number. Already in previous classes, you learned that for any even number, if you add 1, automatically it will become odd number. Suppose if you take 10, 10 is an even number, add 1, so it will be a odd number. If you take x as even number, add 1, it will be a odd number. X plus 1 will be odd number if x is even number. In the same way, already here we know 6 cube, it is an even number, so 6 cube plus 1 will be odd number. Same, this is even number, so for this add plus 1, so 6 cube plus 3 is odd. This is even number, so add plus 1, that will be odd number. So any odd number will be in the form of 6 cube plus 1 and 6 cube plus 3 or 6 cube plus 5. Same another question we will discuss here. Same model, but use Euclid's division lemma to show that the square of any positive integer is either of the form 3m or 3m plus 1 or for some integer m. Is it clear? Now the solution is here already we know that 3m or 3m plus 1. So in the form of a equal to bq plus r, it is clearly by seeing the question we have to take b value as 3. That is very important. Now here we are taking like this, a equal to 3q plus r. Here we have taken this 3 value because of this question. By seeing the question we have to take the values. A equal to 3q plus r. Here 0, but again the relation between 3 and r. Here r value must be less than 3, means 0 less than or equal to r and less than 3, means that is r value is either 0 or 1 or 3. But look at the question, square of any positive integer, this is very important, square of any positive integer in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. Now here how many cases will be there? There are 3 cases. R value is 0 first case, R value is 1 second case, and R value is 2 third case. Now look at the case 1. Case 1 is if R value is 0, then what will happen? Then here it will be 0, then a equal to 3q. But here we don't want a value. Here they ask square of any positive integer. So first of all we have to make it squaring on both sides. If you squaring on both sides, a square is equal to 3q whole square. Don't make it as 3q square, 3q whole square. Then next step it will be 3 square value is 9, q square means q square means 9 q square. But here in the question we have to show that it is in the form of 3 into something or 3 into something plus 1. That's why here 9 q square we are writing as 3 into 3, 9 we are writing as 3 into 3 and q square. So this is 3 into some m. Here m value is 3q square. So if first condition it is satisfied, if r equal to 0, the square of integer is in the form of 3m. Now coming to case 2. If r equal to 1, what will happen if r equal to 1? Now look, if r equal to 1, then a value is 3q plus 1, but we have to show that square of positive integer, means immediately next step we have to do it squaring both the sides. If you do squaring both the sides, a square is equal to 3q plus 1 whole square. Here left side we have to show the right side value, you have to show that either 3m or 3m plus 1, but it is in the form of a plus b whole square. We know already a plus b whole square means a square plus 2ab plus b square. That step we have to write next time. Next step, see a square plus 2ab plus b square. Here a means 3q, b means 1. Is it clear? A plus b whole square, a square plus 2ab plus b square. Again next step, simplify this one. Here 3q square, 3q whole square means 9q square. Here second step, 2 into 3, 6, 6 into 1, 6q plus here 1 square value is 1. But here what we have to show here, 3 into something we have to show. That's why here we have to take in these two steps, in these two terms we can take 3 common. Here we cannot take 3 common. So next step we have to take 3 common in these two. Here some students are getting doubt, sir already q is also common, why are we not taking q as common? But we have to solve the question according to what is the question given here. In the question we need to prove that 3m or 3m plus 1 means 3 into something we have to take. That's why though here q is common, we are not taking 3q as common for this one, just we are taking 3 common from these two values, these two terms. So take 3 as common, then it will be 3q square, 3 into 3 9, so 3q square plus 3 into 2, sorry mistake here, 3 into 2 2q plus 1. But whatever value here, we can write this one as 3 into something, this value 3q square plus 2q, this is 2 not 3, whatever it may be. Here 3 into something means this is 3m plus 1. So in case 2, if r equal to 1, the square of positive integer, we can write it in the form of 3m plus 1. Next case 3 will be, if r equal to 2, what will happen? Same procedure. Case 2 and case 3 are similar only, but in place of r we have to write 2, means it will be a equal to 3q plus 2. Now if you write squaring both sides, a square is equal to 3q plus 2 whole square, and next step you know that it is all again it is in the form of a plus b whole square. So you can write it as a square plus 2ab plus b square. A means here 3q, b means 2 here. So next step will be 3 square means 9q square, 3 square value is 9, q square means q square. Again here 2 into 3 6, 6 into 2 12, 12q. Here plus 2 square value is 4. Now here very important thing is, we have to write it as here 3 into something or 3 into something plus 1. Now if you observe here, in these two steps, in these two terms, we can take 3 as common, but here we cannot take 3 as common. It is not the factors, don't think it as a factor, so we cannot take 3 common, so leave it like this. We can write this 4 as 3 plus 1. Why? Because it is more than 3, so you can distribute this 4 as 3 plus 1. If you write next step like this, say I am writing from these two terms, I am taking 3 common first of all, 3q square plus 3 4s 4q. This 4 I am writing as 3 plus 1. Again in the next step, in these two we can take 3 common. If you write like this, 3 into 3q square plus 4q plus 1, already plus 1 is there outside, so the entire thing take it as some m, so you can write it as 3m plus 1, means the square of any positive integer will be, we can write it as in the form of 3m or 3m plus 1. I hope you understood. Thank you so much.